Happy Monday, happy 2020 Memorial Day. It's the end of the May. We live in Zone 5, so our spring yard just come into the bloom. So I want to give you a short video tour to show you our yard, what's in bloom, what's about to be, and show you the progress of all the perennials. So this is our house. We inherited this tree. This tree definitely was not a new plant, but we did trim it this year and opened up the center and loosened a lot of branches and trimmed a lot of dead away. And I think this tree really likes it. It leaves a lot better this year, and it's just definitely loaded with birds. You know, tons of birds are trying to fight and make nest in it, which is really nice. So this is our main front yard garden. In 2018, we cut out the big pieces of lawn, made this flower garden, and since then we've been enjoying it. All the perennial was put in here basically 2018 fall and 2019 last spring. So they're here for a year and a half or so, and I think they're doing quite well. So first, this is a sand cherry. It doesn't look much now, but eventually it will grow up and actually fill this corner. It produces berries for bunny and the birds to eat. We're trying to make this very native pollinator and native animal friendly and birds friendly. So this is one of them. And it actually gives white flowers. So when it flowers, I'll try to take some picture and show you guys. Moving along, in the upper tier, you can see some grasses. Those are blue grandma grass, which is Colorado state grass. Actually, they're supposed to grow about 2 feet tall, make a very nice little border to hide the hedge. But of course, now they're still baby plants. But we did get columbines and say salvia blooming here. This is a silver color of sage. I really like it, and apparently is one of the sage that can survive Zone 5. And I really just like to mix in different colors in the yard. So on top of the green and obviously the evergreen, I like to introduce yellow or blue color. So this is a nice plant. Moving along, in the back we have a mogul pine tree, and in the front we have more ground covers like sedums and stuff. Yeah, very nice colors. This one is about to bloom now. At the back you can see more flowers budding up, and the main show we have in the garden right now is this irises. So I planted 9 irises, I think, in the fall of 2018. Last year they have doubled in size, and this year I'd say they tripled in at least height, and they're giving a lot more flowers right now. And the white ones started blooming about 3 weeks ago, and there's still tons of buds on them. And the purple ones, the blue ones in the back, just started blooming like 3 days ago. So they're kind of like a little in succession, which is great. What you're looking at right now is our dry creek, and I think it's really working because all the plants along the dry creek are very happy. Up there you can see a bunch of white flowers. Those are called snow in summer. It's a very quick filling ground cover. It's kind of like a tall ground cover. So we really like it as well. Yeah. And along the retaining wall, what I did is that we planted tons of ground covers. So this is one of them. I just transplanted some snow in summer there from that big patch I just showed you, but they don't look too hot now because they just got transplanted. And further away we have more veronicas. Those are in blue color. A couple weeks ago they're in full bloom. I have some pictures and I'll show you on the blog later on. So basically this is our front yard garden. Oh, this corner definitely needs time to fill in. We have 4 berry plants, 1 male at the back and 3 females. So they will flower, and the female ones will produce red berries in winter. They're from Peru Winners. It's a really nice berry plant. They remain very small. I don't know why. Usually they should have grown a lot bigger, but this is a very harsh spot for them. so I'll just give them time. And this planting at the corner is supposed to be a multi-stem tree. Of course, now it's a tiny little bush, but eventually it should shade this entire corner. This is a mock orange. Yeah. You can see along the edge of our yard we'll have some screening arborvitaes, and actually at the end of the dry creek, I'll go to that direction, we'll have a little hidden garden there. Look at this, those blue flowers, they're so pretty. We can actually see all the flowers from our office window, which is nice. At the end of the dry creek, here is our little secret garden we just created last fall. We got iceberg climbing rose there. It's supposed to be white, and I'll train it up to this fence. We got 2 peonies here, one white, one pink. They have not flowered this year. I just transplanted them last fall, so maybe next year they will flower. And 3 grasses. And if I pin back, you can see the garden. I actually think it's a very nice layering we have there. Okay, let's move to the other side of the yard. We have a tiny little garden on the other side that I can show you. This is our driveway. The garage door on the other side, we have a little section of land is also ours. This side is entirely lawn space, but under the mailbox we have a little garden. This is my testing spot. It's a very harsh spot because it's facing west. It has no shade whatsoever, so this is a full sun space. Any flower that can survive here get transplanted into the main garden. So this is my entrance exam. And I usually get some discounted plant and planted it here, so it's kind of, not very in order. It's just like plants, but this is a very good testing and holding spots. And some of the plants, as you can see, are doing very well here. Those are, I think, purple salvias or blue salvias. I have no idea. I got them for like $1 each on a plant sale, and they're just been blooming there non-stop. In the front here I have 6 lily plants. 3 of them are fall blooming, 3 of them are spring blooming, and you can see it started coming up, and you got all those side shoots coming up. So apparently they like it. I mean, they must be multiplying under the soil like crazy. At the corner we have creeping thyme. Here some more veronica and sedum. And here I have a red hot poker grass. And the last 2 plants here are actually 2 shrub roses that just voluntarily grew here. They never give flowers, but I just kind of like the little purple foliage to echo with the purple sedum, and the green kind of echoes out the green. So I think it's kind of like a nice color to have. So I don't mind keeping them. And who knows, maybe one day they'll give me roses. Oh, the last thing I want to show you, in the front we actually planted a planter. Let's walk there. So next to the door of the house, we used to have a flower bed right there along the front of the house. We since removed it because it created drainage problems for the basement, and we changed it to the gravel. But it's still nice to have some green up on the house. So this is what I did. I made a planter here, lined it with black plastic, so water would not sit, basically we're not getting into the foundation or get into the soil here, because this is basically big like fishbowl. But because of the depth of the soil, I can still water it and not worry about the drainage problem. It filled with very well drained soil, and inside I planted honeysuckle. So this is called the Sensation honeysuckle. It's supposed to be the one with the best scent, and this one will grow up to this trellis, and hopefully we can train it around the office window, and at night when we open the window, we can enjoy the honey scent. And as a not a ground cover, but more kind of like a green mulch, I just, you know, chopped off some of the sedum and put them here. Those sedums are foolproof. They will grow anywhere. So I'm sure in no time we will have the sedum trailing down the side of the planters and the honeysuckle climbing up. So that's the hope. All right. So basically, this is our front yard garden. We're quite happy with how everything grew. And the goal is that in a few years, we will not need to continue adding mulch here anymore, because all the space will be filled with the plants we put in. Okay, now let's go look at the backyard.